Hey there, everybody. Thomas with Basecamp Trading. It is Tuesday, January 9th, and we're going to talk about NVIDIA, one of the biggest movers this week. It's played out beautifully. I know there's a lot of people out there claiming, hey, we were on it. We called it out. We were in it. Yeah. What really comes down to is being prepared and knowing when and where a setup is at and being ready to trade it when it takes place. So one of the things, if you are subscribed to the Momentum Options alerts here at Basecamp Trading, this was the only alert I sent out yesterday. You can see right here. This was January 8th, Monday, January 8th at 9:11 a.m. NVIDIA breakout triggers above 500. The initial target was 510 area or 30% on the options, whichever came first. Valid yesterday only. So we wanted to see it trigger yesterday. We were going long above 500. And our initial target was a $10 move or 30%. And then you have runners. Now your runners are up several 100% to 1,000% plus, depending on which options you were trading. But it worked out really well. Now, the thing we were looking at for this were two different breakout levels. We had what we call a micro trend right here, which is this trend line coming down. So we have an up move followed by a lower high. We draw our trend line going across that lower high, which if you've gone through any of the price action trading webinars or workshops that I do, you know what a micro trend is and how this works. That triggered the first entry. The second entry was that breakthrough 500 and the weekly breakout above 505. Now, if you look at this and you're a member of Basecamp, one of the things I do at the beginning of the month is I put together a list of long-term equity setups. So while MOA, Momentum Options Alerts, are short-term trades that are supposed to happen and hit our target within 48 to 72 hours, the long-term setups at the end of every month, when I send those out, this is what it looks like. There's a whole list of them, but here's just a few from the ones that came out at the beginning of this year. And you would have known NVIDIA is a long-term breakout. We were looking for NVIDIA weekly resistance at 500. Now, there's some other ones. We had a trendline retest on Google that's playing out really well. We had Microsoft, which this is the next big one I'm watching right here, the Microsoft setup. Breakout above 380. We should see Microsoft follow through, and that could start a move all the way up to the 400 level, in my opinion. And then Rivian looking at weekly resistance at 25, which obviously that's pulled back quite a bit. But my point is, when you have a setup, you need to also understand what the longer term bias is. Because if you understand the longer term bias, then you know when it's a good time to hold a trade for a bigger move, i.e. NVIDIA, or get in and out very short, very quick for a day trade. So keep an eye on your longer time frames as well as whatever your trigger time frame is for your entries. And you take a trade on the trigger within the context of that longer term bias. All right, but overall, great job to everybody that got an NVIDIA with me. It played out beautifully. I'm flat, obviously, now. But it has been a great opportunity the last 2 days. Played out really, really well. The next target would be about 550. But again, I'm not in it, no longer have an NVIDIA position. But overall, nice job. That's it for today, though. If you want to get signed up for MOA, you can always send us an email, support@basecamptrading.com. We send out these alerts, and knock on wood, we've had a 100% win rate so far in January. So working really well. But that's it for today. See you in the next one. Until next time, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe, and happy trading.